Please rise for the procession of the homecoming forward in the class of 2023 and remain standing to the national anthem and the allegiance read by Taylor Hopkins. Thank you.
Will you please join me in a moment of silence as we pause to recognize and acknowledge all teachers, staff, and leaders in school systems across our nation who work tirelessly to build up the next generation of leaders. As we look back on our high school days, it seems only fitting that we share our many memories with those who have so willingly helped us to get where we are today. Some have shared in our sorrows, some have helped us to solve problems, some have changed us to do better, some have inspired us to reach even higher goals, some have understood we have made foolish mistakes, some have taught us to not be ashamed or afraid to ask for help. You are our parents, family members, friends, and teachers. The Student Government Association and the senior class of 2023 take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for all that you have done for us.
Good morning. 2022 Charles Henderson High School Homecoming Program. I'm AC Hawkins, President of the Charles Henderson High School Student Government Association, and I would like to introduce the other SGA officers. Please stand as I call your name. Vice President, Jemiah Foster. Secretary, Taylor Hobby. Treasurer, Chloe Dunn. You may be seated. We would like to recognize our special guest joining us today. Please briefly stand when your name is called, and please hold your applause until I have called each word. Superintendent of Troy City Schools, Mrs. Cynthia Thomas. Administrative Assistant to the Superintendent, Dr. Christy Armstrong. And Curriculum, Federal Programs, and Assessment Coordinator, Dr. Joanna Taylor. Charles Henderson High School Principal, Mrs. Lisa Faison. Vice Principals, Ms. Marjorie Lane and Mr. Angelo Weaver. Troy City Schools Board of Education, Dr. Jonathan Sillon, President. Mrs. Maxine Hollis, Vice President. Mr. Bo Coppage, Ms. Jacqueline Patterson, and Mr. Zach Span. The Honorable Mayor of the City of Troy, Jason Reeves, the Troy City Council members, Mrs. Stephanie Baker, Ms. Wanda Howard Moultrie, Ms. Sharon McSwain Holland, Mr. Greg Meeks, and Mr. Marcus Barrett. All retired administrators and teachers. The faculty and staff of Charles Henderson High School. We know we have alumni from many classes, but we are especially honored to have the following classes here today. Would you please briefly stand as I call your class? 1973. 1983. 1993. 2003. 2013. And last but not least, the class of 2023. And now, for a very special group, with parents, grandparents, and relatives of the class of 2023, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated.
Candace Whitman Todd, a 1983 graduate of Charles Henderson High School, received a Master of Accountancy degree and a Bachelor of Science in Human Resources from the University of Alabama. She started her career at Price Waterhouse, working primarily with real estate clients. Mrs. Todd has 30 years of real estate experience. She is now employed with Morgan Stanley as a Global Chief Financial Officer for MSREI and Chief Financial Officer of Prime Property Fund in the United States. Mrs. Todd is married to Keith Todd and they have 2 sons, James and Christopher. They presently reside in Peachtree Corners, Georgia. Please join me in welcoming our guest speaker, Candace Whitman Todd, home to Charles Henderson High School, the gem on top of the hill.
Good morning, greetings to you from the class of 1983, also known as the Heroes of '83. Back then, we thought it was cute to have a nickname for our class. We were the heroes even to this day when we get together for our reunions. That's how we refer to ourselves. Not sure where that came from, but so happy to be here. And special shout out to the class of '74. You guys rock. So glad to see some of you here. Just wanted to give you a few minutes of some memories and what Charles Henderson has meant to me through my career. Give you a taste of how long ago I was here. Ronald Reagan was president when I was sitting in those seats right there. Gas was 89 cents a gallon. Can you imagine? Epcot had just opened. Super big deal. Cultural life changer, Michael Jackson's Thriller had just been released. Average new car was $8,000. And the #1 song, September of 1982, was Abracadabra. Can you imagine a song today called Abracadabra? I'm really sad I let that up, but now it's just in my head and I can't get rid of it. But a lot has changed in the last 4 years. As I think back over those 4 years, it's just such an honor to be here because Charles Henderson is so integral to who I am, who I've become. It was really part of the foundation of how my life unfolded. I've had an amazing career. I could try and explain to you what I do, but honestly, it probably wouldn't make sense to you. When I was here, I didn't even know the world that I live in today existed. I didn't know what an investment bank was. I didn't know what a CFO of global real estate was. And it doesn't really matter. The main thing I want you to know is with the foundation that I have here, I have had an amazing career. I've done things professionally that have not been done by anybody else. I've traveled to 21 countries. I've been to over 30 World Heritage sites. Done some really cool things. And I'm really no different than you guys. Like I said, I didn't know this world existed. And Charles Henderson really planted that foundation, gave me the seeds of what I was to become. When I was asked to speak, a lot of things started around me, and I had a lot of memories. Pep rallies, bonfire, We actually used to be allowed to have trucks, and we would go race to get the wood for the bonfire, and off the bonfire. It's crazy that we would do that. Football games, basketball games, 21 clubs spend the night parties. We had 40 girls come to somebody's house and spend the night. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. And the alma mater started bouncing around my head. It's kind of like abracadabra. It's been in my head for the last few weeks. And I've thought through so many of the words, because I do still remember, which is a little also scary that 4 years later, I remember those. Teaching us to work and play and giving us the will. Probably the biggest memory that stands out are the teachers that I had. Teachers that poured into me, invested in me, they listened to my dreams, they helped me refine my dreams. They pushed me to go beyond my dreams, to realize there was more than I knew. And when I was sitting there, I didn't really appreciate what that meant. But as I sit here today and look back, when I realized that what I do, I didn't know existed. I needed those people in my life to push me. Linda Morgan, who taught math. Think about Linda Morgan is if anybody yawned in her class, the window went up, it could be 20 degrees outside. She invested in me. Killer McKellar, which is what we all called her, Ellen McKellar, invested in me. Janice Whitman, my mom, teacher here, invested in me. Diane Porter, Betty Wagner, Magnolia Jam. These ladies poured into me and pushed me to become more than I thought I could be. As I've been thinking about what Charles Henderson means to me, my work ethic is closely tied here. My love of family and friends, the way I invest in others, is tied into here. It wouldn't be a homecoming assembly with a speaker if there wasn't some word of advice or some challenge. You know it's coming, so here we go. I want to challenge you to find the people that will invest in you, that will push you. It could be a teacher, it could be a relative, it could be somebody from church. For some of you, that will come a little easier than others. But take it on yourself to find that person who's going to really push you and challenge you and help you work out your dream. If you can't find somebody, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, look me up. Find that person that's going to really help you define what's success for you. It's going to be different for every one of you. For some, it'll be college and a career. For some, it'll be something different. One of the most successful people that I personally know is a guy who couldn't figure out what he wanted to do. He became an electrician's apprentice, and now he owns a multi-million-dollar company with 400 employees. It's different for every person, but find somebody to invest in you and help you figure out what success is for you. Just leave you with strong and pure spirit gardens for the times eternal veil. Thank you so much for letting me come and share our collective truth and spirit today on homecoming. It really has meant a lot. I've enjoyed being with you. Go Trojans.
Thank you, Mrs. Todd, for your words of wisdom today. We will always cherish them and would like to offer you a small token of our appreciation.
We will now perform the pinning of corsages tradition, in which varsity football players pin corsages on our cheerleaders with a little bit of assistance from our administration. Would our cheerleaders and their escorts please come forward as I call your names? Senior cheerleaders. Alexandria Brandy, escorted by Terry Glasgow. Ariel Frazier, escorted by Zach Beatty. Junior cheerleaders. Addie Grace Adler, escorted by Trey Brown. Elsie Claire Coppage, escorted by Todrick Burks. Mary Sampson Dunn, escorted by Benton Dunn. Taylor Hobby, escorted by Hayden Bush. Aurora Tip, escorted by Khalil Carson. Mary Hayden West, escorted by Mario Davenport. And Lauren Wilkes, escorted by Saquon Beck. Now for our sophomore cheerleaders. Addison Armstrong, escorted by Damian Hart. Abby Barron, escorted by Connor Jones. Gabby Gandy, escorted by Stephon Mosley. Kendall Eaton, escorted by Hunter Freeman. Allie Lewis, escorted by Nicholas Pearson. Evie Hay Lindsay, escorted by Dunn Lindsay. Sarah Taylor, escorted by Quay Scott. And now for our freshman cheerleaders. Hannah Boyd, escorted by Natalia Boyd. Lola Drinkwater, escorted by Will Timlin. Zaylee Johnson, escorted by Parker Adams. And Riley Rose Norris, escorted by Jawan Wood. At this time, please pin the corsages on the cheerleaders. You may be seated.
Now for the part we've all been waiting for, the homecoming queen and her court. We are excited to have Michaela Green, our 2021 homecoming queen, here today to crown this year's homecoming queen. I will begin by announcing our ninth grade attendance. Please step forward as I call your name. Hannah Boyd, escorted by Natalie Boyd. Sadie Colbert, escorted by Rick Colbert. You may be seated. Tenth grade attendance. Denila Geis, escorted by Taylor Thomas, escorted by James Thomas. You may be seated. 11th grade attendance, Jemiah Foster, escorted by Jessica. Ansley Colbert, escorted by Rick Colbert. You may be seated. Twelfth grade attendance, Alexandria Brantley, Amaya Ford, escorted by Ladera Ford. Zion Sutton, escorted by Willie Sutton. And the 2022 homecoming queen is Alexandria Brown. Thank you, Ms. Kelly and her team for another amazing program. Thank you, students, for an excellent homecoming week. All of our alumni are invited to the Media Center for refreshments. The homecoming court will remain in the Wagner Hall for pictures. Students, please stay until our guests leave and I dismiss you. You will exit by classes through the side doors. Please return to your first block class to collect your belongings, and when the bell rings, you will report to your third block class. School will dismiss at 1:23. I didn't say go. No, you've been great so far. Everyone is welcome to join us as our homecoming festivities continue with our parade downtown at 3 p.m. and our varsity football game at 7 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Stadium on Troy University's campus. Would everyone please stand and join in singing our alma mater and remain standing for the recessional of the class of 2023.
Everybody, quiet, just a moment to get started.
Students, please be seated until our guests have left their